all right?
Oh, God. Sorry.
For what? A nightmare?
The nightmare. What time is it?
6:30. Relax. Go back to sleep.
There's no point.
It's Sunday.
Oh, I'm wide awake now.
Coffee, Tom. Tom!
Sorry?
Where were you?
Wales. With an H. Remember Moby Dick?
Could I ever forget?
Well, Melville writes about whiteness. The absence of colour. The terror of whiteness.
And?
The dream. Everything's white. Well, why shouldn't I have a recurring dream in which everything's white?
Your drab, colourless existence.
You ever thought about recurring dreams? I mean, do they really recur, or do we just dream they recur?
Mirrors reflecting other mirrors.
Something like that.
What happens in the dream?
Thing, I just have the feeling of being powerless against something that terrifies me.
Like what?
Unnatural creatures. A strange perspective.
You've been working too hard.
Well, maybe, but this follow-up series is going to be hard graft compared to the first one. Speaking of which...
All right. All right.
Why'd you do it?
In the hope that one Sunday you won't miss them at all and actually have a full-length conversation with
After
me.
8 years, you want me to change?
Why are they still using that ghastly photograph of you?
I rather like it. Makes me look, well, interesting.
Makes you look old.
Thank you.
Something wrong?
I think I need my eyes tested.
Congratulations, dear boy.
Thank you.
Full of inaccuracies and egotistical presumptions, but then you didn't have the benefit of my guidance.
I've remedied that now.
I do hate to be a sequel, however, on this occasion, it should prove superior to the original for a small remuneration.
We did agree to £50.
And of course, you pay for the libations.
Same again?
Only bigger. I'm surprised that readers of quality should still want to read about witchcraft so passé.
You're not saying it doesn't go on?
Oh, it goes on all right. A few so-called witches' covens in Chelsea back streets, bare bums and phony ritual. And the odd belted earl using it as a bit of an excuse for slap and tickle. And then one or two of those strange punk persons playing at being Beelzebub and puffing hashish, very bad for the constitution. And then, of course, there's that young fellow who bends spoons. Bit much, claiming phenomenal psychic power when one's only achievement is to mutilate cutlery.
Professor Taylor would disagree with you.
Parlor games, dear boy, using minor elementals, that's all. In my day, certain people could devastate a room, wreck an entire house. Look at Aleister Crowley. He tried to raise the great god Pan. I'm glad to think he succeeded. He was never quite the same afterwards.
Well, I'm not interested in magic this time. It's mind power I'm concentrating on, the ability to will things to happen, to control events by thought transference.
My dear Crane, to make things happen, great, mysterious things, you need great, mysterious people. Apart from myself, and possibly one other, there's no one left.
Which is why we're talking now. Who's the one other? I want to know, Oliphant. Otherwise, there's no point in our meeting and no 50 quid. And no more lubrication.
Oh, very well. There's Drexel.
Is there? Still?
You asked me, I told you. The man that Crowley wouldn't meet, just in case.
What became of him?
After his little misadventure in Cornwall.
A woman died.
Well, it's happened before, a matter of over-enthusiastic ritual.
Do you know where he is now?
Somewhere in the north.
Where?
In some foreign pagan city.
Don't mess me around.
Edinburgh.
Not anymore. I checked it out. No sign of him.
What you mean is no sign of Edward Drexel.
Which he has changed to?
Dexter. Common, I grant you, but not too many antiquarian booksellers of that name, perhaps. Thank you. You're looking a trifle weary, dear boy.
Same here.
Not sleeping too well?
Julia.
Oh, God. Are you off already?
Early start, remember?
You'll need a good breakfast.
I've had it.
Who are you phoning?
Michael. Oh, do me a favor. I forgot to get my rods out.
Oh, so that's what it is. An excuse to go fishing.
Well, I need something to keep me amused. Seeing you're not interested.
Give Michael my love. Tell him he was right. I should have waited for him to grow up.
Wakey, wakey!
Ah, Tom!
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How about you?
We're fine. Julia sounds a lot.
Oh, I've been basking in reflected glory. Your articles are quite a talking point.
What do you think of them?
You don't expect me to actually read them. All that occult rubbish.
Thank you for your support. Listen, I'm coming up to Edinburgh for a couple of days. First, can you put me up? And second, how about some fishing at the weekend? We could go up to Perth, have a couple of days.
Sorry, Tom, but I was just leaving.
Oh, where are you going?
Where's to Ross? I thought I'd get a bit of walking in, blow the cobwebs away.
Well, what about your work?
Oh, don't worry. My thesis is going to shatter the academic circles of Edinburgh with its brilliance.
Confident, aren't you?
Well, listen, you could have the flat. I'll leave the key with the woman downstairs. There's someone at the door. It's probably my lift to the station.
Okay, well, have a good time. I'm sorry I won't be seeing you.
Well, treat the flat as your own, have orgies every night, and give Julia my love and sympathy. Look, I've got to go. I'll see you next time. Bye. Ready?
Coffee. You know how you hate that rubbish in the motorway cabs.
Oh, thanks.
Everything all right with Michael?
Hey? Oh, yeah, I think so. I won't be seeing him, though. He's off on a walking holiday up north.
It sounds disgustingly healthy for him.
He sends his love.
Look, while you're up there, why don't you look Anne Reynolds up?
Is she in Edinburgh?
Research fellowship. You can ring her at the university. Or here's her home number.
Yes, all right.
Promise?
Yes, if I've got time. You're right. Michael hates walking. Good afternoon. I wonder if it would be possible to see Mr. Dexter.
Ask the gentleman to wait, Morag. I shan't be a moment. Ghastly, isn't it? Never liked lamps here, but it's what my American customers expect. Edward Dexter?
Sorry, am I disturbing you?
Cocoa, hardly, no. Keeps the chill out, you know, more effective than spirits. Well, how can I help you, sir?
Well, I'm afraid I didn't come to buy books, Mr. Drexel.
I didn't think you did, Mr. Crane. Photograph in the newspaper. Quite a fair likeness.
Well, I'm planning to write more articles, and as you have quite a reputation, for clairvoyance. That's all I'm interested in this time. And I will not, of course, reveal your whereabouts.
How did you find me? Alfred Oliphant. Must have offered him money.
He thought you might be of help to me.
I? Oh, no. No, that's all in the past, all my experiences. Now I simply sell books.
Oliphant praised your psychic abilities very highly. Believes you're quite unique.
I was talented in certain esoteric fields of which there is documentary proof.
I'd rather see for myself.
But you do, don't you?
I'm sorry?
You have your own abilities.
As a journalist?
You're very quick to deny yourself, Mr. Crane. I wonder why. Well, what do you want of me? Table tappings? Ectoplasmic manifestations? Your own private little black mass?
I'm not interested in sensationalism.
Do you want to be impressed, don't you? What was it Jean Cocteau said to the young artist? Astonish me, that's what you want, is it?
If you can, I promise I shall be suitably astonished.
Why should I bother with demonstrations or explanations?
For money? Or the hell of it.
That interests me more. But just this moment, without due thought, it's not quite so simple.
Well, I shall be in Edinburgh for a couple of days.
Did you have any particular demonstration in mind?
Anything involving clairvoyance. Well, I heard on the radio about a woman disappearing hereabouts. How about doing a Hercus?
Why do you mention that?
It was fresh in my mind. Of course, if that's outside your capabilities.
Nothing is outside my capabilities, Mr. Crane. But I have no interest in locating bodies, however unusual the circumstances of their disappearance.
Bodies?
That's a mere figure of speech. I take it she is still on this earth plane. But you don't need me to find her. You're perfectly capable of doing that yourself. However, if you insist on some sort of demonstration, I shall need time to consider.
How long?
Come tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock. No cameras, no recorders.
Thanks, Anne. I'm a practical man, Mr. Crane. I've enjoyed your articles, but come on now, you don't really believe all that occult mumbo-jumbo?
It's not really about what I believe, Mr. Gilchrist. It's about what an awful lot of people believe, and a lot more want to believe.
I deal in figures, debits and credits. There's your reality.
Harry saved me from a fate worse than death at the hands of the Inland Revenue when I first came to Edinburgh.
Their computer went mad with desire when it reached Anne's name, shot out demands for impossible sums. We got it put right.
Excuse me.
Between you and me, I keep telling Anne it'd be just as easy to make out a tax form for 2 as for 1, but she keeps turning me down.
I think she's very wise, financially speaking.
Hello, Harry.
Roy.
Roy Martindale? Tom Crane.
Hello.
How do you do?
You surprise me, Roy. You really do. A practical medical man believing in black magic, witches on broomsticks.
A lot of what Tom's put into his articles is easily credible. It all depends on which viewpoint you look at it.
And you, being a psychiatrist, with your own line of mumbo-jumbo.
Right then, you just apply psychiatry to everything Tom's come across and you'll find most of it scientifically explainable.
I can't quite let you get away with that. You may be able to explain away some of the more bizarre manifestations.
Well,
but...
exactly. We even have names for them. Schizophrenia, psychosis, hallucinatory states.
There you are. What did I say?
Yeah, but can you explain away telepathy, clairvoyance, telekinesis?
No, I can't, not as yet, but I believe in time science will. The research been done in that field has yielded fascinating results. You've only got to look at the work of Ullman and Krippner.
Roy,
What?
you're not to lecture my guests.
No, Anne, I'm interested. Please.
Oh, you see? You know you'll confirm what I'm going to say.
I'll wait and hear what it is first. We have been known to disagree.
All right, I stand alone. You probably know the human brain is in 2 hemispheres, the left and the right. The left controls language, logic, conscious thought in general. The right is where creativity, aesthetics have their source.
And the left has the upper hand.
What happens when it loses the upper hand? When you sleep, under stress conditions or hypnosis, the left loses its control of the right. Result, visual, even auditory hallucinations.
And somewhere there are your explanations of telepathy, clairvoyance, what, Annie?
Yes, with varying degrees of susceptibility or acceptability in different people.
Well, of course, no 2 minds are alike. True sensitives often deny themselves, perhaps through fear. They shouldn't. There is nothing to fear.
Well, it's a fascinating subject, but I must get to my bed. Anne, will you excuse me?
Was it something we said?
It's been a long day. I'm tired. Perhaps another time.
Well, how are you fixed tomorrow evening? Come to dinner.
I'm sorry, I've got another appointment.
Somebody interesting?
Yes, very. A man called Drexel used to be quite famous.
Never heard of him.
Infamous, I would have said.
Do tell.
He had quite a reputation in the late 40s, an exponent of the occult. That him?
The same.
Used whatever so-called abilities he had to impress young people, mostly women.
A phony?
Oh, most certainly.
I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
Must have impressed you.
Not especially. Not yet, anyway.
And where is he now?
I'm afraid I promised not to reveal his whereabouts.
Oh, now, don't leave Anne and me in the dark.
To some people, Drexel was rather unlucky, Harry. I won't go into the lurid details.
Why not?
On 2 or 3 occasions, people involved with Drexel in some way or another came to sticky ends.
How sticky?
Their deaths were seemingly self-inflicted or accidental.
Drexel had watertight alibis each time.
Well, so what are you on about, Roy?
One of them was an old friend of mine, John Lawson. He was about to expose Drexel when his accident happened.
Oh, excuse me. I think old Roy's bored you with his horror stories.
On the contrary, I find them fascinating, but I must get to my bed. Good night, Harry. Nice to have met you.
Night, Tom.
Good night, Roy. I hope we meet again.
Oh, I shall look forward to it.
Of course, all the local boys were onto it first because it was a good story. A bit of a mystery. Cheers.
Cheers.
But there was no evidence of foul play, no developments, so we lost interest.
Just another missing person.
Right.
Tell me about the mystery.
Here's a widow. 46, quite attractive, and plenty of friends. A couple of Sundays ago, her next door neighbour looks in. Would you like her Sunday papers picked up at the
No clues at all?
Nothing. It couldn't have been premeditated. She left the front door open. A frying pan with bacon and eggs sizzling away in the stove.
Touch of the Mary Celestes.
Only this wasn't the middle of the ocean. A residential area at a time of the morning without cleaning their cars or on the way to the kirk. Yet no one saw sight nor sign of her.
Did the neighbours search the house?
Yeah, top to bottom. And he took his car and cruised around the streets for an hour before he reported her missing.
Well, hundreds of people take off like that every year.
Oh, aye. Which is why we dropped after a few days. But here you are. After you rang, I got this lot together for you. Well, that tells the whole story. And that's the best photograph. There's some copy here we didn't use, more detailed background stuff.
I'm grateful, Alistair.
Oh, welcome. As long as you let us have anything new you might dig up.
You'll be the second to know. Promise. You've decided not to astonish me, then?
I'm afraid so.
Why the change of mind?
Because in both our interests it would not be a good thing.
Of course, I could make something of that. Edward Drexel today refuses, or is unable, to give any demonstration of the psychic ability he has long claimed to possess.
I don't have to prove anything, Mr. Crane. My record speaks for itself.
His gift would appear to be simply a confidence trick practiced on gullible men and women. And in addition to his false reputation, Drexel seems to have been something of a Jonah to people who've become involved with him. This missing woman, was she another of your unfortunate acquaintances? Is that why you refer to her body? Perhaps like John Lawson, she was about to make trouble for you.
Nobody makes trouble for me, Mr. Crane, not if they've any sense.
Are you threatening me?
I'm merely suggesting you leave well alone. Don't meddle in things which don't concern you and which you don't know enough about.
And if I persist?
Then I should have to stop you.
Be interesting to know how.
You want me to show you? You want me to put fear into you? I can do that.
Do I sit down and wait, or will it happen elsewhere?
You will find out very soon.
I'm interested.
One minor demonstration, one small salutary warning, and I think you will leave Edinburgh. Because if you don't, there will be another demonstration, and I assure you, you will not ignore that.
Seems the appropriate time for me to leave, then. Good night, Drexel.
Go quickly, Crane. Don't loiter. You won't like it if you do.
3538.
Tom, it's me.
Oh, hello, love.
I've found someone to look after Fred for a couple of days while I take on the red-blooded man.
You mean you're coming up?
What a good idea.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you did ask me.
Yes, but that was before... I mean, I'm going to be pretty tied up.
I won't be any trouble. Look, I want to see Anne anyway. I'll keep out of your way, I promise. But it would be nice if you could meet me at the station. I'll be on the 2 o'clock.
I'll do better than that. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, my love.
Felgate.
A district in Edinburgh.
No, not a district, a street in the old town.
And, Cochrane?
Doesn't mean anything, common enough name. Why the omega symbol?
The end? A billboard or a pub sign or something with a giant eye on it. Does that mean anything?
Sorry, no. Tom, I'm delighted to see you, even at 8:30 in the morning. But what's this about?
I wish I knew. There's something Drexel said about the missing woman. He said I didn't need him to find her. I could do it myself. I thought at the time he meant straightforward investigation. Now I'm not so sure. A giant eye, a stairs, street, a door. I saw them. And the names in Michael's room last night, looking at a newspaper photograph of the woman. Margaret Christie. Well, that's why I came round here this morning. You know Edinburgh, eh? Just wondered if they meant anything.
Felgate, yes, the others know. But you could have passed a street sign for Felgate, registered
I
at
saw it once, Anne, once only, in Michael's room last night.
All right. You saw it and the other things in the mind's eye. And you connect them with the disappearance of a woman you've never known.
Yes, I do.
Right then. We'll go to Felgate.
Well, you don't have to.
Yes, I do. You've stirred my curiosity. Anyway, it's easier to take you than describe how to get there.
Seems vaguely familiar. And yet I'm sure I've never been here before. No Cochrane. And no eye.
Tom, come over here. There it is.
Well, we've got Felgate and the eye.
But no Cochrane. Only Mingus.
They went together. swear I've never been in this building in my life before. I know exactly where we've got to go. She's here. Behind the door, I know it. It's locked. From the inside, the key's still in the door.
Tell me what's been happening.
You did get off that train, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did. What makes you think I didn't?
Earlier today, a friend of Anne's called Martindale passed me in his car, and I could have sworn you were with him.
Someone like me, darling, which shows his good taste. Either that or you're seeing things.
That's been happening too.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you later. First things first.
Food.
All arranged. Tables booked for 8:30.
8:30? I'm starving.
Oh, by the time we get to Pennycook.
Oh, Tom, you haven't.
Where else?
You old romantic.
So, I went back to Drexel's place. Empty. Cleaned out, packed up and gone.
Why?
He didn't want me to find the woman's body. But it's as if he knew I would. He was afraid of me. You know, you don't seem surprised by any of this.
Should I be?
At my sudden psychic talent, yes. When have I ever demonstrated any ability?
Those nightmares.
Oh, damn it, those were simple nightmares. Everybody has nightmares. Eat a piece of green cheese, dream of giant mice.
Every night when the moon is full, turn into a werewolf. I know. Tom, you believe that Drexel was somehow responsible for making these people kill themselves?
Martindale seemed to, because they got in Drexel's way. Of course, I don't know about Mrs. Christie.
But have you thought it could apply to you, couldn't it? You seem to have landed in his way.
Only I'm not that impressionable. At least that's what I used to think. It's okay.
Man that is born of a woman hath but a short time to live, and is full of misery. He cometh up and is cut down like a flower. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Ghost be with us all evermore. Amen.
When are you coming back up to Edinburgh?
Sometime.
The sooner you get back to work.
I'll need something. There's this awful gap, no? Emptiness. Christ, what a waste.
It's no use blaming yourself.
Why not? It was my fault. She'll be here now.
Stop it. You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Tom, come back to Edinburgh today. With me. Michael will be back soon.
Oh, God, how am I going to tell him? No, first I've got to get away for a while. Right away. Another country.
Then?
Then Edinburgh. I'll come back and look for Drexel.
Mr. Crane, my name is Scott Erskine. May I come in?
Well, I'm afraid I'm leaving shortly. What?
I shan't keep you long.
Look, who are you?
I did introduce myself. Andrew Scott Erskine. May I express my condolences on the death of your wife?
Thank you.
Inadequate, isn't it? Things one says, no matter how sincere, no meaning really. I knew Julia very well.
She never mentioned you?
She worked for me, Mr. Crane.
At Algon Computers?
She did work there, yes. Other times she worked for me.
I think you better tell me who you are. Department 7?
Experimental unit. Government euphemism. Ah, my favorite malt. There.
Help yourself.
Thank you. We found your articles in the occult most entertaining. But the next series of articles should prove of far greater interest and import.
How do you know?
Following up the work the Russians and Americans are doing in investigation of the paranormal, ESP, psychokinesis, clairvoyancy, and so on. Actually, we were first in the field some years ago. That is what Department 7 is. We experiment and investigate such phenomena.
And now I'm involved because I propose to write about it.
You are involved because you also possess certain abilities. You're a comparatively rare creature, Mr. Crane. A genuine psychic. A good sensitive.
Well, if I am, it's something I've developed recently, I'm sure.
I don't think so. Neither does Roy Martindale, incidentally. Oh, yes, he works for the department also. In fact, he heads our Edinburgh team, of which your friend, Dr. Anne Reynolds, is a member.
Anne?
Yes. We've known of your abilities for some time, Mr. Crane.
How the hell could you have known?
It is a part of your early childhood which your memory has rejected.
So, how do you know about it?
Your mother confided in Julia.
She never told me.
I did say confided.
But she told you?
For the best of reasons.
What did my mother tell her?
Oh, about poltergeist phenomena, psychokinetic ability at the age of 8, predictions of events which subsequently occurred.
I don't believe it.
It was natural that as you grew up you would reject such memories. Very frightening for a small boy. We felt we had to see if they could be revived. We convinced your wife, though she was concerned. But it was for your own good. No man is whole until he understands himself. Let me pour you a drink. It'll do you good. The dreams you were having.
Julia told you.
Our test operation. Your brother in Edinburgh in that white room, voluntarily. Alpha wave pulses, monitored, controlled. He was able to communicate the target images to you asleep in London. A confirmation of how receptive you were.
You've really been playing games, haven't you? What right have you to try and manipulate?
The right of government to utilize every asset it has for the protection of the nation. You become a national asset, Mr. Crane.
You'll be giving me Land of Hope and Glory next.
Not quite. Forget the patriotic rationale, then. Think of the exploration of vast areas of unknown territory. The omega factor in life, if you will. The ultimate potential of the human mind. Mysteries of the undiscovered country.
Adventure stories now.
We are able in Department 7 to provide every scientific method of exploring those territories. We have physicists, biophysicists, chemists, psychoanalysts, every kind of expert. And we need you in Edinburgh. That is why I have come personally to persuade you to return there.
And is this arrangement reciprocal? Can I use the information in my articles?
Sorry. This work comes under the official Secrets Act.
And suppose I told you to go to hell?
We would persuade you. We wish you to join our unit in Edinburgh and work with Dr. Martindale and his colleagues. Events, occurrences of a certain nature that we come
Was
across...
Drexel one of these colleagues?
Good Lord, no. Drexel is a kind of rogue elephant. Oh, he has power. We're aware of that. Power we know too little of. He's a dangerous man. He recognized your ability. He saw you as a threat to himself, so...
So?
He decided to remove that threat.
You're telling me Drexel was responsible for my car crashing? How?
That is the kind of thing we want to find out.
All I want is Drexel.
So, it would make sense for us to join forces. Yes?